This Daf Yomi Yerushalmi says much Sheni, and the article is where the addition word Daf Yuram but 6 lines down from the top. Masislan Rabbi Akiva Loka Shmo, which is in the Vilna Daf Zayinim Al 5 lines to that. Masislan Rabbi Akiva Loka Shmo. I have to tell you, in Kol Torah Kula, we normally say that Rabbi Shmo holds Darshan Torah Klau Prato Klau, and Rabbi Akiva Darshan Ribui Miyut Ribui. This Torah both have Darshan Klau Prato Klau, which is difficult. But what can I do? I only say over the series, don't make them up. So, but and they're arguing how to dash cloud, pratu cloud. So, our Mishnah excludes Maim and Melach, but by implication, it doesn't include Kmein Pichos. Even though they don't grow from the ground, they grow on the ground, and they derive their sustenance from the air. So, the Mishnah says, the Gemara says, sorry. Masisa Rabbi Akiva lo Rabbi Shmuel. Our Mishnah like Akiva not Rabbi Shmuel. Shon Darish Nasa Takes Cloud to shut down Avshachot. Get the money for everything your soul desires that cloud. But Bakar B'tzon V'yayim Sheichar for cattle, for sheep, for wine, and for other beverages, but prat. That's the specification. B'chol Shetam and Avshachot Rei Cloud Acher. There's another generalization. Cloud Prat Cloud Yet Don't Gain a Frat. You have a cloud prat cloud. You only consider kind of prat. Tell you my prat before is davar shu blood is oretz. Just like the prat is something which is derived, which is a vlad. It's a next generation. Vladus oretz is the next generation which is associated with the ground. Only other davar shu vladus oretz. So it has to be Vladus Aretz, something which is next generation, and something which comes from the ground, which would eliminate Maim and Melech, of course. They're not Vladus Aretz, but besides that, it's going to eliminate the Kmein Pichos, because they're not next generation, and next generation which is associated with the ground. It could be next generation, it could be other fungi, but they're not deriving their nourishment from the ground. Kim Fresh Mapano, like it says, Ma Prat Mefurish Davar Shu Pri, something which is next generation. Uvlad Pri, right? It's well, actually, I should say it's a fruit, and it's a derivative of a fruit. Machshir Pri, and it can enhance the fruit. Af Eni Davar Shu Pri, Vlad Pri, Machshir Pri, something which is a fruit derived from a fruit and enhances a fruit. What's the difference between Shmo? Dogim chagavim, fish and locusts. Dogim chagavim, kmein and pichos, truffles and mushrooms. Korakiba dogim chagavim are vlad pri. They're not associated with the ground. They are the fish are with the sea. And evidently chagavim, for reasons I'm not exactly sure, also are not associated with the ground. I don't know why they didn't say birds. But the kmein upichios and truffles and mushrooms. So they are they're not associated with the ground. They're not vlad vladus oretz. They're they're not vlad. So therefore I'm still sorry, Chagam or not. So they Kiva they call him a Kesem Ma'aseh Sheni. Kiva they could drive bought by Kesem Ma'aseh Sheni. So in order to explain this, the article brings down here that they're not mina arts and that dogim nivru mina mayim that we know. Chagavim the Gemara Chulin Tav Chav Zayin says nivru mina rekek. Rekek is like a mixture of water and ground, or what he says here, water and sand. And but the problem is then all birds, as he points out here. So we should not be able to do a Ma'aseh Sheni. Why specifically Chagavim? Doesn't explain that. I mean, pictures it's because the fungi they grow from the air, not from the ground. So they'll be eliminated from Vlados Oretz, going to be Shmuel. But Chagavim is still difficult. So I'm not sure I understand why Chagavim should be included in the list. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't understand. I wish the Gra took it out of somebody, but he doesn't seem to take it out. So Baruch Hashem, I see. Chaim Kanievsky says that Chagav Efshar Chagavim Agav Dogim Naktinu. He also didn't understand why Chagavim were mentioned here. So he says, clearly it's Agav Gora. I wish somebody would have taken out. But I see Chaim Kanievsky is bothered by it. And even though he doesn't take it out, he says, there you got an Agav Gora. Because that shot in Mayim Merekek, that doesn't, as I said, it doesn't hold water because then it had for Ophus as well. Okay, that makes you very happy. It should make you happy too. And Chaim has the same difficulty that we do. Ami Rabbi Chagai, Mastisa Amra, instead of the cane, the word cane is taken out by the Rasril, the Raful and Gra. Mastisa Amra, our Mishnah tells us, She'ei Mechalim Mos Apeus Berichuk Malkamim. That which the Mishnah says that the saying you buy his pears b'shogeg gas or done l'kaimam. The reason is not because it's a terach to take into Yerushalmi, therefore it's going to mechtos, but rather because you can't be mechal. It's a special din. You can't be mechal most on pears chutz Yerushalmi. And since Lokech does not want to be participating in Isser, so if it's a mechtos and the money gets taken, goes back. So it says, Shem Chaim Mos Peres Yichuk Malcham. Amra Komi Rabbi Avina. So the guy said in the name of Avina, but Kal saying he praised the Svara. Omer Komi Rabbi Yirmiyah, but they sent for Rabbi Yirmiyah the Kantare, and he belittled the Svara. But here did we learn the most Yerushalayim, most of Medina. What about a Mishnah later on? Parakimel Mishnah Gimel. It says if the money is Yerushalayim and the fruit is in the countryside, you mechalel the money on the fruit, even though the fruit is outside Yerushalayim. So mechalel most on payers which are outside Yerushalayim. So where's the Richuk Malkum issue? Shani says more. No, there's different. Shani it says here in the Moshe Echad b'Makom, but the Rashi and the Gra changed that to Shani Shohaya Echad b'Makom. There at least one of the commodities in Yerushalayim. If either money or the fruit of Yerushalayim, it's okay. But if they're both outside Yerushalayim, that's no good. Kanafi Rabbi Chagai went out for sweet Rabbi Yirmiyah. Ashkach Tani, he found the Bryce says Mos Uperos Yerushalayim, Mos Uperos Medina. He found that the Bryce says that whether the Peros and the Mos are both in Yerushalayim or whether both of them outside Yerushalayim, you're mechalo the money on the Peros. He said, Amar, in Hava Shama Rabbi Yirmiyah Milsa, this word to say explicitly that you can do it even if both are outside of Yerushalayim. The Yos Kantare Hitaka would have asking good. In other words, I resolved his question from there by saying, well, was there one of them in Yerushalayim? But this Bryce, and that's why I tell Tiny that him it wasn't accounted me properly. But had he known this Brysa, it says that even both of them in Yerushalayim could still do outside Yerushalayim could still be mechal the most on the peros, they would have had a good question. I could not have responded to it. So boy mechsabe. So Rabbi Chagai wanted to take back what he said. Obviously I'm wrong. Rabbi Zera said lo techzabach. Don't renege on what you said. The Amar Rabbi Lezer the Meir Rabbanan. Rabbi Lezer said that that which Rabbi Meir and Rabbanan was talking about bidmai habevadei lo, that which it says in the Mishnah that you can't mechal most on peros chutz Yerushalayim is really going out going to everybody, because that it says in the Mishnah Demai Perak Al Mishnah Base that you mechal nechoshes peros as long as you then are choser apoda as you put the peros according to Meir. It's out to Yerushalayim. Chachamim say you can take the peros go up to Yerushalayim, but even that's also about Demai. But Ma'aser Sheni Vandai, you definitely can't be mechal most on peros chutz Yerushalayim, and that's like you said, B'chagai. In other words, they have machlokes by Demai. What you can do outside Yerushalayim, whether you can be mechalel the most on the peros and leave it that way, or no, you have to mechalel back on the most. But in any event, that's that all is permissible only by Demai. By Vadai, you can't do it. You're correct. You can't do it at a distance from Yerushalayim. So it's again reading it with the emendation of the Ridbaz, actually in this case. it should say min mad Amar Rabbi. It should be Rabbi Ami. Now Rabbi Ami Rabbi Meir he Hada Mara he the Dmai he Vadai. But Rabbi Ami holds that Meir is Machmir in terms of Dmai as if it's Vatara in terms of Chemesh. So therefore Dmai you have to also be Moitzi Chemesh. So if, when you redeem Dmai, so every other Dmai is like Vadai. So if that's the case, Meir is Matir Mechal Dmai on Peros out to Yerushalayim. If he's Matir by Dmai, he must be Matir by Vadai as well. And Chachamim are obviously argue, and they hold that you're not Mechal Mos on Peros distance for a distance. And our Mishnah will be going like Chachamim, who hold that it's also Mechal Mos on Peros Chutzu Yerushalayim. So from the Levi Yerushalayim, take it from the near. So the bottom line is, he's saying that according to Rabbi Ami, our Mishnah kind of going like Rabbi Meir, because Meir is not Mechal B'Jema. Meir says whatever you can't do with Dmai, you can't do with Vadai. But Chachamim can say no, Dmai you can't. Meir will say that Dmai and Vadai are the same, right? So Dmai, Meir's Machmir. So Meir is going to say that. No, the other way, right. Meir's Matir, the other way around. Meir's Matir to Mechal Dmai outside Yerushalayim, so the Matir Mechal Vadai. But Rabbanan, they distinguish it Dmai and Vadai. They'll say that Dmai can Mechal outside Yerushalayim, but Vadai not. And Rabbi Chagai would be going like Rabbanan and interpreting our Mishnah accordingly. That there's a special thing you can't Mechal the Mos on Peros outside Yerushalayim. Okay. Rabbi Zvida Abiyasi Masnei Brei. Zvida was sitting and teaching to his son. Harotzachal Mos Peres B'Zana Zeh. If somebody wants to be Mechal Mos on Peres Yerushalayim in our day and age, that's a price to the Sefta Ma'aser Sheni Per Gimel price Yud Gimel. So Beis Shammai say they're kohenesim, and both the money and the fruit has Gushas Ma'aser Sheni. And they still argue that the money remains Gushas Peres Ma'aser Sheni, and the Peros go to Chulin. So that's the inside again. So it's Rabbi Yossi Mesei Brei wrote to the Chal Mos on Peres B'Zana Zeh Ben Elo Ben Elo Kosher Beis Shammai. They can't do that. They're both Kodesh. But so many Mos Kamosha Hein. The act is invalid. The money remains Kodesh Gushas Meiser, and the Peres Kamosha and the Peres remain Chulin. Avarei Crispa Amar Lei. So Crispa passed by, and he said to Zvida, Lotis Nekein, don't learn that way. Ela Peros al Hamos. Rather means you can't be Mechal Peros Amos B'Yerushalayim B'Zman Hazeh. Because since and this is true, because the time Beis Mikdash it was when the Mikdash existed, it was also Mechal Peros Amos B'Yerushalayim. Even B'Zman Hazeh, Beis Shammai also requires them that they both remain Kadosh. Okay, you can't. So the Peros Amos in Yerushalayim. Amos HaPeres, it's fruit on, if you're putting Mechal, Amos HaPeres, Divrei HaKol Lo Kadshu. According to everybody, it's not Kodesh, even according to Beis Shammai. But in the learn Ein Bakim Mikdash Yikarvu, it says no Mikdash is going to rot. So who's that going like, that statement? Tipat Hashitim Shas Mikdash Yikarva Mikdash. So I have to say, it's talking about the way you bought the Peres at the time Beis Mikdash existed. The Peres there for Kodesh, and then after the Beis Mikdash was destroyed, and therefore at that point they can only be eaten, and they have to be left to rot. Which brings us quite far down Yud Aleph Amud Aleph. We'll stop here.